did watch the new Spider-Man animated series.
The what?
The new Spider-Man animated series
Oh,
came out this
the
week. The freshman
amazing.
year.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, it's
How
not
was
bad.
it? Was it good?
It's not bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very like stylistically looks like something coming out of a comic book. You know, kind of the
Is this the one that's
blocky.
supposed to be like the one that's supposed to take place after like the last movie? Like it's supposed to continue from there, or is it not connected to that at all?
That's not connected at all.
Okay.
No, no, this
Okay
is
then.
yeah, this looks
For
like
some
it's
reason.
it's not a 616 universe.
Oh.
Yeah.
For some reason I thought it was. I thought it was connected to that somehow. Oh, weird, but whatever. Fine. Fine.
It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad
Yeah,
at all. Yeah. You got to see old school Doctor Strange in the first uh episode.
that's cool.
Yeah. Fighting a symbiote demon.
Hmm. That's cool.
Yeah.
Uh, sorry, just setting up our books. There we go. Should be good. Do do do. All right. Um, yeah. Welcome everybody.
Hello, hello.
Where the hell did January go? Like seriously. Like,
Some would say January is lasting way too long already.
oh, I mean February is literally 2 days from now.
It's true.
Like,
It's true.
and that's going to be even an even shorter month. It's like holy crap.
Yeah.
Ah, Marvin's in the chat. What's up, buddy? Just so you know, Marvin, I will be at Helltown on Sunday, so I'm not going up to Punxsy. My buddy and I decided that with the sheer amount of people they're projecting, with the fact that it's on a Sunday, that he didn't really want to go up, and I don't want to go up alone at 3 in the morning. So
Hmm.
yeah, it's a little too much for us, being too old now to do that. So I was like, damn it, really kind of wanted to do that. So
Too old. Oh my.
I know. So anyway, this Saturday, don't forget Cranberry's having their anniversary sale. So lots of cool stuff on sale all day. Cranberry 12 to 6. Um, Cranberry only. Um, then Sunday we'll be at Helltown in Houston, PA, which is between Little Washington, PA and Pittsburgh. And I will be there, so come give me a high five. There is a food truck, as that Helltown does not have its own kitchen, but they do have a lot of beer. So you're more than welcome to bring food as well. Um,
So
Personally,
Todd
I'm
got you in there.
well, I told him, like, I was like, if I don't go to Punxsy, I'll help him out since I'm taking an extra day off the next week. Um, so uh I did tell him though, like I am gonna try to go to Waffle House in the morning, because it's down by it's right by the casino, which is not too far from there. So I'm gonna hit Waffle House before I head to Houston. So I'm actually gonna go past Houston, go to the Waffle House for breakfast, and then come back. So it's like I might be a little late because depending on how busy Waffle House is.
Yeah.
But if I'm going down that way, I gotta stop at Waffle House. Sorry. Like
Okay.
I may even go back and have dinner there. Huh. Yeah, like I love Waffle House that much. Like peanut butter waffle. So good. Um anyway. Um then next Wednesday, the next 2 Wednesdays after that is the return of cosplay karaoke. So, uh the first one will be at Sly Fox in the High Line at 7 o'clock. The one after that will be at 6 o'clock in Resinine in Bridgeville. The Sly Fox one, all the money goes to the Heroes Initiative. The one in the Resinine, all the money goes to our Walk to End Alzheimer's team, which is in memory of my dad. So please make sure you donate to that. It's $5 to watch, $10 to sing. Team karaoke. So it's a lot of fun. Cosplay style. So you don't have to be in cosplay, but we really, you know, we recommend it because it's fun like
Yeah.
that. It's
Wait,
way more fun.
we need to uplift our spirits in these perilous times of,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like my heart goes out to all the people who lost family members in the tragedy that was that plane and helicopter
Mhm.
wreck. That sucks.
Yeah.
So
Wasn't it
yeah,
like
absolutely.
half the US team of figure skaters? Is that what it
Mm-mm.
was?
Mm-mm.
There was there
No,
was a
they were coming back from a figure skating conference. So it was like a
okay.
bunch of different people. So there were
Yeah,
two former US Olympic figure skaters though.
okay. Okay. I thought
Is
it was
what
like
no.
the team of
No,
like
no,
the
no. It
current
was
group.
two students, two coaches, and two moms from a Boston team were on that
Okay.
plane though. But that's what most of the people that were on that plane were. Yes, they were all coming back from a conference in Kansas. But anyway, um, but yeah, that definitely sucks. And again, our heart goes out to them that it's never good when tragedy strikes. So
Yes.
please, reach out to your loved ones, take advantage of the time you got with them. You never know when you're not going to have them. So,
Mhm.
if any lesson comes out of this, that's what it always is. Talk to your loved ones, spend some time with them. So, um, also next week, tickets for Three Rivers Comic Con go on sale.
Yep.
Um, we are not we are not going to release the poster yet. We are not quite there yet. It's soon. We're very soon. Um, both options are a little behind.
Mhm.
Um, and but we will be releasing a announcement of a artist who has never been to the show coming, who has worked for DC and Marvel and Zenoscope and Image and Wildstorm and Dynamite and I think he worked for Coffin. I think he does some stuff like Lady Death covers.
Hmm.
Anyway, it was really weird because I was literally holding one of his books, like one of his runs of books, filing them, and he texted me and he was like, "Hey man, I want to confirm this." And I was like, "I was going to talk to you tomorrow, but I guess we're going to do this now." So
Hey.
it was fine. We
It's,
worked it
it's
out.
nice when they actually come to
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
John.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh, I'm
yeah, yeah,
complaining
yeah.
that they're calling me.
I'm
Oh,
not. Oh no, I'm not complaining. I was just very I
you
was very
sound like you're
focused.
complaining.
I was very focused. I was like, I'm just gonna do this while I'm at home. Like the next day, we don't have any distractions, and then because then I can answer questions and I can be focused. And then boom, it happened. So whatever, it's fine. Anyway, we scored someone. It's a pretty good announcement. Um, a couple other people, including the beer label announcement, will be a little later, probably closer to March. So,
Which, I'm thrilled. I'm
yeah.
thrilled because it's someone I
Um,
definitely enjoy.
also, also hopefully by next week, I will have pretty much every vendor and artist alley person who has signed up and paid listed on the website already. Um,
Nice.
and we're kind of close to running out of space. I think we're about 80% sold already. So if you're getting those emails about space and buying your
Yes.
space, do it, dude.
Please,
Stop waiting.
please, yeah, please get a hold of us. We got
Yeah.
we got Facebook, we got the Messenger, we
Yeah.
got Instagram. Just get a hold of John, myself, Scott.
Yeah.
It's you know, I think everybody needs distraction. Everybody needs happiness right
Yep.
now, and you
Yeah,
know,
man.
let's
You know,
get this.
um,
Let's try to be as positive as possible.
And I will also tell you that I mean, as long as and I plan on having this conversation with Todd to confirm, but I don't think tickets actually went up too much from last year. I think they're going to kind of be around what they were at the door last year. Um, so I don't think they actually went up too much, or if really at all. Because our new ticketing people are pretty cool, so we're kind of we think we kind of hit our sweet spot of what we're good for. And I think we're good. Um, anyway, also as a large Metallica fan, I will this is a very uh peripheral Metallica comment. Um, rest in peace, Marianne Faithful, who passed away today at the age of 78, who if I fucking hate this song, but if you remember the song The Memory Remains, uh she is the la na
La, la,
na
la,
na
la,
na
la.
na 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 like she's
Yeah,
that
she
voice.
was in the video,
She was in the video. She used to be
so
married to Mick Jagger.
yes,
Um, she was that person.
yeah.
Um, but she was 78. She passed away today. Rest in peace, Marianne Faithful. So anyway, so yeah, we need to get going through these books because I have a all peach Momoka $3 whatnot sale to do at 9 o'clock.
Mm.
So it's gonna be good. All peach Momoka covers, three
I
bucks a
was gonna
piece.
say we really don't have a lot of news or anything
Mm-mm.
concerning pop culture and
No.
comics. It's been very quiet. Like other than people losing their mind over Diamond, which to be expected.
Yeah, yeah, and there really isn't much more on that front.
Yeah.
So with Comics Pro coming up next month, I imagine more will come out of that, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Are they still doing it in California?
California? Yeah,
Okay. I didn't know because I
yeah,
know they're still having fires in LA
yeah.
because
Everything
uh
I saw is it's still on, so
that's okay. Hey.
I'm gonna do the virtual part. So
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
and just
obviously
sit through the
you weren't gonna
meetings. Yeah,
leave, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So all right,
Yeah.
let's do some books and shit. All right. My first book is Green Lantern 19. So, this book kind of continues off that one-shot book. It starts out with Carol Ferris being part of the Justice League, kind of filling in for Hal. So they're kind of dealing with a like a Kraken because Aquaman is um nowhere to be seen, and Hal shows up and kind of helps out. And there's this really fun moment where like him and Star Sapphire deal with the Kraken, and Batman says something like that could be a problem, and Wonder Woman and Superman are like, I think it's cute, and Superman says something like, are you sure you're just not annoyed because Hal's happy? And Batman's like, Rumph. Uh, so then they have like a bit of a moment on the Watchtower for the JLU. Uh, Hal's like, hey, I gotta go. I gotta do this. We gotta go look for your ex. Um, then Odyssey breaks in and tries to steal a bunch of stuff. Who's like a Legion member. Kyle runs into her and is basically like, "Hey, how about you help me out instead of being a douche?" And they go down to Australia and they find Connor, and Connor's like shirtless and being like showered in water, and like Connor and Odyssey kind of like do like the jaw drop look at each other kind of duh, 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 type thing. Um, Kind of funny, like puppy love style. Um, and so the Green Lanterns take off in the ship. Um, and the the bad guy who uh I don't know, like, this is so like it's got to be Dark Star or Starbreaker. So the Starbreaker core is coming through a giant portal, um, and uh, so Hal goes down to this planet to see what's going on, and a giant red lantern is there who has killed everybody. He's trying to run after him. It picks up pretty much where the other one left off. This book is consistently moving in the good trajectory. The pacing's good, the story's good. I really enjoy it. I uh I really recommend it. I'm gonna give this one I'm giving this one a bowl of oh, let's do like like Special K with um or no, like Honey Bunches of Oats, but with like um strawberries in it. So it's not just, Honey Bunches of Oats, it's got other stuff too. Um so so it's a little more
Bunches of
a little
oats.
flavor in there, a little flavor.
Okay.
So, all right. All right, while you do yours, I got to run downstairs for a minute.
All
I will
right.
be right back.
All right. It's been a while since we've done this one. This is Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution. This is number 4. Um, Now there was the big battle um in the previous issue, which destroyed the lair and the um like the rebel like the rebels the main rebel site. They we find everybody is now relegated to the secondary site, which is old Baxter Stockman's laboratory. Um, and it's a lot of April kind of revealing a lot of the secrets that she kept from Casey and the Turtles. Um, just and everybody's kind of regrouping. Like the bad guys are regrouping, they're regrouping. I guess there is a truce between I guess the normal people and the bad guys. The one faction of the bad guys who's basically like the hothead, he kind of goes storming off and kind of separates from the main bad faction, which is basically like the remnants of the Foot. Um, April kind of reveals what they've been doing since Michelangelo passed away. So this is a lot of years of planning and seeing what was going on. I kind of got lost actually. This seems like really very sophisticated for Ninja Turtles than usual for me. Um, but we do find out that the turtles are getting a hang of all their new powers that have mutated with them. And they're using it they're using them in new and different ways. I forget which one has the lightning powers, but they did kind of a force field uh escape where they all got in this bubble of electricity and just kind of floated away to escape their battle. Um, the turtle that turns to stone, he now is kind of like the Thing. He's kind of like the where he just kind of turns to stone and he just blows past guys like a runaway train of cement, just nailing people left and right. Um, Still, it was very action packed, and they did do a lot of explaining in this. But like I said, super complicated. You did find out the scientist that April was friends with that downloaded his consciousness into the computer, downloaded himself into a new computer and used nanites to make himself a robotic body, which that was kind of cool. Like I said, like I said, I was kind of lost. Um, it's probably why I stopped reading this because I was like confused after the first couple, and I'm like, huh, okay. Um, I don't want to give this oatmeal, but I'm gonna give this like dippy eggs. I guess just because I don't know where they're going with this. Is this just ongoing battle? Is this just going to be have a conclusion? I mean, obviously it has a conclusion, but it just seems like the last Ronin train's kind of done. I mean, I like the new turtle. I like that they have powers. I just think they made April way too knowledgeable. Like she's kind of like a kingpin of underground, you know. It's like you were a reporter. You were a sexy reporter that was friends with turtles. I don't think you have the brain power that you should to kind of be thinking of these kind of things, but I'm not saying that she couldn't. It just seems like way out of the original character that I remember from before. So it's hard for me to grasp. Not saying it wasn't good. The art's excellent. I'm not complaining on that. I'm just a little lost of where this was, where original Last Ronin was very to the point. What led up to this? What was going on? This is kind of a little bit all over the place, and I'm not seeing where the pieces are starting to connect. So, like I said, dippy eggs, and I'll make them cold dippy eggs, because it's
Okay.
someone
Okay.
will figure this out. Like Turtles fans, I'm sure will figure this out, and it's going to be all good. Like I said, I love the art. I like the new Turtles and their activated abilities. That's cool. We didn't have original Turtles that did that. I
Right.
like that part, but I don't know all this battle for New York, and I'm just like, okay, I'm kind of out. I'm out. So this is gonna be like the first bad review for me. It's gonna be like, yeah, I'm good.
Wow. With one issue left, you're out?
I,
Really?
I may read the last issue. I just don't know if I want to do a review on
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That's
it.
that's different. That's different and totally fair. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. My next book is Kill Train #1 from Mad Cave. So I picked this book up because I was like, what the fuck is this? Right? Because I was like, I don't quite understand what this the title kind of caught me. I flipped through and the art didn't look too bad. Um the more I read it, the more I was like, yeah, I'm not really that into the art. The art was kind of not as good as I hoped it would be. Um it was a little too, how do I want to put this? A little too webtoon style,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
it wasn't, like it was almost like certain panels looked fucking great. Other panels look awful. And I'm like, it's like they're just not consistent, I guess.
Hmm.
And they're some are a little too plain, some are a little too detailed. Anyway, so it's this girl and her daughter living with her fiance, and they're in this future-ish world, not too far in the future, but future, where like a city is overpopulated, and there's this thing called the kill train. So apparently, the overpopulated city allows um these subway trains that uh during at random, it will be picked that a train full of people will just be killed by like murderers and dudes from asylums that they let loose in the train at random. Like they
Okay.
to get their population of the city down.
So it's kind of like the lottery mixed with
It's almost like a lottery purge, right?
yeah, yeah, with a
Yeah.
train thrown in.
Right. So like the
Okay.
mom's like a writer and she's bummed out because her book didn't get picked up. So she takes her daughter to school. Um the daughter like skipped class or whatever, so she make sure she gets there. And then like the her old friend from college sees her after she drops her kid off, and her book did get picked up. And then she realizes that her credits that she needed to pay for the taxi to go somewhere else haven't transferred from her fiance yet. So she has to walk through town to get the dry cleaning. And the mom's like, don't you get on that train, blah blah blah. She's like, oh come on, they don't do two kill trains this close together. So she gets on the train, and at the end you find out, yeah, it's actually a kill train. And there's like a dude with like a samurai sword and a knife at the end, and they're like cutting through people, and it's crazy. Um, so it's almost like kind of got like a Kill Billish vibe at the end.
Okay.
Um, so I it is, but it's so all over the place that I'm definitely not reading any more of it. But it there were moments of really cool, and then but most of this was just like I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like the story didn't flow well enough for me and
Mhm.
didn't grasp me, and it kept like going off in a direction, and then it would all of a sudden like fall off a cliff, and then it would be like, oh, we're going in a direction and fall off a cliff. And it
Yeah.
was just like I can't.
That's how I felt with Ninja Turtles. That's
Yeah.
the way I was felt. I was like, oh, this is a really cool pay splash page. And then it's like the next one is the worst drawings of the turtles, like so bland and dull. And I'm like,
Yeah.
ugh,
Yeah. So
okay.
so I'm definitely not reading the rest. So I'm gonna give this like, oh my gosh. Uh I'm gonna give this one plate with a Pop Tart on one side and a toaster strudel on the other. But the toaster strudel's uh like frosting is on the Pop Tart.
Oh,
That's how weird. That's because
oh,
that's how
oh. Wait, what kind of Pop
non-consecutive
Tart?
story
Wait a minute, it might work. What kind of Pop Tart?
s'mores. Like
Uh,
that's that's how weird it
that's
is. It's
almost
not.
too much
No,
sugar.
no, no. Even worse. It's like like cinnamon apple. Like it's even gonna, yeah, yeah. Like
Oh,
it'll be that.
oh,
So it's just
gross.
weird. It doesn't like and it's I just can't I can't quite put my finger on it. Like it's just awkward. So anyway, your turn.
All right. Violator Norfolk. Now this was, this just keeps getting better and better. Like this whole series is just, oh, Todd, you need to do more stuff like this. Like this is what Spawn fans want, is stuff like this. It just, you know, it starts out, um, it's 1938. We all know what that means.
Hmm.
Say it with me, folks. Nazis. And Violator is dressed up like this.
Oh God.
Hey, I did not know it was in the book, okay? It was just timed, okay? Not my fault. I didn't write this.
Okay. Okay.
He is dressed up as a butler, like and they're in a club in the 1930s and puts a blindfold. You're seeing this as a point of view, first
Yeah.
person point of view. So you see this, he's leading him being very, kind of Alfred-esque, like very, has the English accent going and stuff going on with it. And blindfolds you because all you see is black. And he's like, okay, time to remove the blindfold. And then he's like, you see three Nazis holding their severed heads on their laps. And you turn around, you whip around, and there's the Nazi. I guess he was their leader, their captain, or whatever. And he's sitting there going, Violator takes his skin off, and he's like, "Oh, forgive me." He's like, "I forgot to fold my costume." Folds the costume down. He's like, "Here." He's like, "I'm gonna have a discussion with you," and he goes on this rant about Nazis having small hearts, but they still have them, and all the nice jabs here and there. As he's getting rid of the bodies, Violator is met up with Lucifer, who they go the back and forth of, I hate you, get away from me, you're a petulant child, blah, 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 And Violator's like, what do you want? He's like, leave me alone. You do your thing with God, leave me out of this. And he's like, look, things have changed. I need your help. This, that, and the other. And Violator's like, look, I'm not interested. He's like, you tricked me once, up yours. And he's like, no, let me show you what's going on. And this is where we kind of get introduced to the 9 circles of hell. Like, and this is for those who like remember from like early Spawn, you're taken through this, the circles of hell, through a storyline with the serial killer, Billy something or Kincaid, and how he went through all the circles of hell and everything. Well, this is before this. So this is where Lucifer tells the Violator on that these circles started to appear and kind of explains the sins of each circle. So you kind of get introduced. He's like, these circles just started to appear. So and Violator's like, look, I told you I wasn't interested. Thanks for the explanation. I hope you and God kill each other. And
Wow.
finally, Lucifer's like, that's it. I'm gonna try to kill you. And Violator's just laughing at him. He's like, look, he's like, I'm immortal. You can't kill me. This, that, and the other. And Lucifer's going like, I'm gonna try anyway. And he wraps Violator with like these entrails coming out of his eyeballs and stuff. And really weird way of trying to kill him. Next, everything stops, and Violator's like, okay, what's going on? And what Gloriana slices Lucifer's head off. And this was her payback for the Violator doing her a favor in the last, I want to say the last book during the plague era. So basically she says, now we're even. She's like, next time I see you, I will kill you. And at the end, Violator just kind of laughing about Lucifer. He's like, you know what? He's like, Lucifer's an asshole, but he had a good idea. So
Wow.
so this is kind of, I think the last issue is going to be kind of where Violator starts his like the whole thing about being part of hell. So I again love this. I love this series. This is so much fun. Violator is definitely one of my favorite villains of comic book history, as far as I'm concerned. But I love this origin through time. I love I'm giving this like I'm not gonna say Eaton Park breakfast. I'm gonna go with your idea here. I'm gonna do full Waffle House breakfast here because it's gonna have everything. You know, give me like
Okay.
half the Waffle House menu because it's so cheap, but good. Um, and I recommend this if you haven't caught up to this, guys, and you're big Spawn universe fans, read this. This is just fun and enjoy it.
All right. Whoop. Boop. Come on. There we go. All right, my last book is Red Coat number 9. This book was fucking awesome.
Is he is he hanging out with Johnny Appleseed?
He is hanging out with Johnny Appleseed. This
Wow.
whole book is him hanging out with Johnny Appleseed. Um,
Wow.
so
We may
it's
have to give our viewers who are way too young to know who the hell Johnny Appleseed is.
so Johnny Appleseed, uh, well, better known as John Chapman. Um, well, historically, originally, real name known as John Chapman. Um, basically was the very first American environmentalist. And he basically walked across the country planting apple seeds with the or apple orchards with the idea that or with the understanding that half of the food that was grown had to be given to the like low income people, right?
Mhm.
So anyway, so him and Johnny are chasing after this thing in the woods, all drunk, and you find out it's a giant worm. And then you find out how that happened because they go back to so they had met up a couple times and so they yearly will meet up, right? And they always drink moonshine when they do apple flavored moonshine, surprisingly. Um
Shocker.
so uh so Johnny shows up, makes a giant tree grow, and he's like, "You're late." He's like, "Oh, yeah, this town was on fire." He's like, "Oh, well, what's up with that?" So they go and check out the town. They realize that this guy was, being bad to it. Um, so Johnny basically, after a long night of drinking, they decide they're gonna enchant this apple, right? Um, so that uh so that it'll roll. So basically, they're trying to find him, and they're drunk, and they can't figure it out. So so Johnny goes, enchant this apple with some of your magic, because Johnny Appleseed can see the magic inside um, Simon. And he goes, enchant it with your magic, and I'll roll it, and it'll tell us which way to go to find this guy. And he goes, and Simon's like, what? Like, that's not gonna work. He's like, just do it. Shut up. Because they're drunk. And he's like, fine, whatever. So he enchants this apple and he drops it, and they're yelling at each other about something stupid. And all of a sudden, this apple like grows super huge. But what they didn't realize was there was a worm in it. So this worm comes barreling out of this apple and starts flying through the woods, and they're like, "Oh shit!" So they have to like run after this worm. Simon has to get on top of the worm and then absorb his magic back. So he absorbs his magic back. Our worm goes back to normal size. Then they're like, what do we do with this giant apple? So they give it to the town so that they can basically make apple pie for like a shit long time. And then Johnny Appleseed kind of gives him like this a bit of a speech about how, he sometimes an apple is green, it's a little sour because it's not quite ripe yet. And he's like, Simon, you're kind of like an apple. He's like, you're just not quite ripe yet. You're not quite right where you need to be. You just got to give it a little more time. And he's like, all right, well, I guess I'll see you next year. And he's like, yep. So he goes off. And then the next episode's gonna have Annie Oakley in it. So
Huh.
yeah, yeah.
We're
So I'm
really deep in it,
yeah.
digging into the American myth.
Yeah, like the frontier
Yeah.
style, like revolutionary, like the pioneer stuff. I love it. I'm really digging this book a lot.
I'm
Jeff Johns
s-
and Brian Hitch are crushing it.
slightly
Um,
disappointed there's no Paul Bunyan and Babe the Blue Ox.
Not yet.
You hear
So
that? You hear that, Mr. Jones? We've got to have Babe in there somewhere.
so I'm
So
giving this book a giant bowl of Apple Jacks and and
do
a
those still
large,
exist?
yeah, they do. And a large and a large glass of orange or apple juice because
No,
duh. Yeah.
no, is it Apple Jacks with the Jamaican cinnamon stick cartoon? They used to be.
Uh I don't know. I don't know if they do that anymore, but I know
They
it's still
probably
Apple
don't
Jacks.
because it's like kind of bad. Okay, we got Sabretooth number two. Um, Now number one is I had to read before number two here. Quick synopsis on one was Sabretooth was in Ravencroft, having being experimented on by Dr. Essex, aka Mr. Sinister, where he runs into uh this has to be a fellow by the name of Fisk, which we all know is these have to be ancestors of Wilson Fisk. So Sabretooth starts working for Fisk. And we're into I, I want to say when were the New York gang era there? I want to say 1920s, 1930s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like 20s through the 30s, yeah. That's
Okay.
about
So
right.
this is about the same era here. And uh apparently Sabretooth is known during this time as Mad Dog Murphy.
Hmm.
So this is where the legend of Mad Dog Murphy comes from. And he starts dispatching um all the different gangs, like he just obliterates them. And each gang, of course, is different. You have the normal human gangs. There was a gang of Frankenstein people. So they literally were corpses stitched together, reanimated. There's a group of uh, mystics, magicians. There was a group of vampires. So this is, getting a little bit of everything coming in this timeline here. And as Sabretooth is meeting with Fisk, talking about how well everything is going because Sabretooth pretty much obliterated these gangs into submission. They get attacked by what looks like this may have been the lizard's ancestor. And they're, it at first Sabretooth gets his ass beat a little bit. And then he goes after Fisk. Fisk tries to hold him off. Then Sabretooth gets back and starts fighting back. The lizard disappears, but they figure out, of course, all the gangs are now uniting and are targeting Fisk and Sabretooth. Um, and then we get flash forward and we see the meeting of all the remnants of the gangs. Um, and they are sending their new hitman, which their their name is Dragonfire, who happens to be an Iron Fist uh ancestor. Because you see the little Iron Fist tattoo, the dragon on it. Um, it should get quite interesting. The next one is going to be a battle between Dragonfire and Sabretooth. We'll see how that goes. I kind of like this. This is really cool to see, like, because we don't know a lot about Sabretooth through history. We know more
Right.
about Wolverine through history, time and history. This kind of gives you a little bit of Sabretooth in American history. So I thought this was pretty cool. Sabretooth books are, this isn't as out of character or out of sorts like the last Sabretooth, where there were multiple Sabretooths from all multiverses, blah, blah, blah. This has nothing to do with that. This is just more Sabretooth origin history type deal. Uh, I really liked it. I thought it was cool. Always interesting to see kind of more about Sabretooth in general. So, uh, I'll give me a nice sausage, uh, omelet, little bit of cayenne pepper in it or something like that to give it a
Mm.
little bit of kick. Uh, I really like this. If you're kind of like a Wolverine fan that likes to read about Sabretooth, I think you'll enjoy this. It's not as outlandish as the last Sabretooth books were, but this was still pretty cool, more down to earth-ish, as far as a comic book can be, anyway.
Cool. Very, very cool. All right. Uh, well, in these last couple minutes,
Well, do you
uh,
want I could go in a little bit more detailed review about the Spider-Man animated series a little bit. At least what I thought of the first two episodes that they pushed out already. Uh, I think it's pretty cool. I like it's not 616. Be warned, that is not regular Peter Parker. So for those who are going to lose their mind because um not everybody's exactly the way they should be in 616 terms, please stop. This is a multiverse. Um, but Peter Parker is Peter Parker, is definitely very nerdy Peter Parker. Um, there is a lot of diversity, so please, don't be an ignorant boob and think that uh, Norman Osborn can't be African American, because he can be. It is comic books. It is an alternative timeline. So, um, but you did get to see old school Doctor Strange for those who enjoy seeing something classic. And I mean classic as in original outfit, original hairstyle. Um, Not the way Spider-Man was originally done, but it's kind of an interesting way of looking at the way he does things, especially his web shooters. Kind of fun, kind of funny. Um, but I'm curious to see where it goes. So
my bad.
you
Sorry.
okay?
I'm dying. Oof, I'm
Gotta
okay.
stop those cigars there.
I haven't had one in like a week. Shut up.
Uh,
No, I'm good.
yeah, but I so far so good. I kind of like I like the animation style. I kind of like the where the story's going. So, and I'm not a big Spidey guy, so that says something.
Okay. Well. Other than that, I bought another guitar. So if
Nice.
anyone's interested in that, I bought a Eddie Van Halen Wolfgang Special. It is mint green.
Yeah, you said last week, I think you mentioned that. Okay.
Did I? Did
Yes.
I?
Yes,
Well,
you did.
it's fucking
Yes.
sexy. It's what it is. So, all right. Well, I'm gonna get off and get ready to do this whatnot sale. So, if you're
All
into
right.
Peach Momoko stuff,
Yep.
$3 a piece.
And then what? We have one in the morning. It is blank covers.
Yep.
So since it's starting to become con season, we got blank covers for artists and people who want to get stuff done
Yep.
alike. So
And then next week, I don't remember what I have set for Tuesday. I think I just have some modern dollar stuff. And then next Wednesday, I haven't decided what I'm gonna do, but or next Thursday, but it might be some like $10-ish stuff, like some more pricey
ooh,
stuff. So
okay.
um
I know
no.
Monday is Fantastic Four themed, since the trailer for Fantastic Four will be coming up the week of.
Nice.
Um,
Cool.
I
All
kind
right.
of planned that. I was like, better not. I will be doing more theme stuff with the dollar books. I've actually started setting up a station of theme for characters, groups, the whole 9 yards. So you
Cool, cool.
guys who ask a question of, do you have any Flash books? Do you have any Batman books? We will do a day strictly for
Right.
Batman and stuff like that. So you guys don't
All
have to
right.
worry so much.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you on the other platforms. Have a good night, and thanks for watching, and support your local comic shop. Catch you later.